So Dustin, when you first started fighting, did you think this was going to be a platform to which, the people around you, your circle, your city would view you as a role model and let that be your avenue to kind of shine through as who you are as a person?
I had no idea. Over the years, it just one step after, one foot after another, and it's where it is now with my charity and with all the things we're doing in my hometown and with this one across the world. But that wasn't the goal when I first started fighting. That just, it happened.
How's Abu Dhabi treated you? I mean, what was the most luxurious thing you've seen since you've been out here?
The most luxurious thing, I don't know, man. I got Rolls Royce escorts from the airport to a beautiful villa at a Sadia resort, and everything's been incredible. It's been very nice.
So this is prize fighting, where the goal is really to get as much as you can while you can. With a win on Saturday night, the UFC offers you Conor McGregor or Tony Ferguson. Which one will you take?
At the end of the day, it's about money. That's a tough one, man. I want to respect the game and say Tony.
Fair enough. So, of course, everyone's, Khabib's a wrestler, and you had this epic run to get the interim title, and most of the guys have been content to strike it out with you. Are you switching anything specifically for Khabib? And if so, do you think that might take away from the magic that actually got you here?
No, the magic that got me here is heart and determination. I think what you're going to see is the other sides of my game. The guys I've been fighting have been kickboxers mostly, or haven't been able to get me down. So you're just going to see new wrinkles or new parts of my game that I haven't had to show.
My last question, what do you think is going to be the hardest part of this fight?
I think keeping my back off the fence, finding, when I do get taken down, creating and finding space. His top pressure looks like it's really tight, but that's why I'm so excited to get in there and feel it.
You are a heavy hitter. When you touch guys with your knuckles, they start to unravel. Now, do you think Khabib is going to be able to withstand the power? And aside from, obviously, you believe you're the best fighter he's ever faced, would you say you're the best puncher he's ever faced?
I mean, Conor can crack. I've felt that firsthand. I might be one of the most crafty with my timing and rhythm that he's ever fought. But the plan is to touch him. These things are heavy.
So in your past fight, specifically the Eddie Alvarez rematch, I believe, you were willing to jump a guillotine. And you've spoken about how you just feel so comfortable on the ground and how you believe your ground game is underrated, which I totally agree with. But is that a technique that you kind of want to avoid in this specific matchup, or is it still something that you're willing to break out?
Nah, man, you got to risk it for the biscuit. If I feel that neck, if I get a grip, I'll chase it. Like you said, I have a very strong trust in my ability to scramble and build back up. I know Khabib's going to be one of the toughest guys to do that against, but I'm confident I can do it. And with me doing that, it's going to tire him out. My cardio is incredible, so if I get tired doing it, I know he's going to be tired.
Now, we already kind of talked about what would you do after this. You said Tony Ferguson, but what about an instant rematch? Is that something that you even considered, or something that was brought to the table?
That hasn't even been thought about. That seems like so much needs to happen before that's even a possibility that I don't even think about those things. For young fighters, what I do every fight camp, this might help somebody. I draw a circle, and what I can control and what matters, I write inside of the circle. What has nothing to critics, opinions, anything else, I draw outside of the circle. And here and there throughout camp, I go back to that and just remind myself. So, like, what you're talking about is interesting and stuff, but it doesn't matter right now. It's not inside the circle.